Have you ever wondered how a component smaller than the palm of your hand can control video games, banking systems, artificial intelligence, and even real-time space missions? Inside every computer, phone, or server, there is a digital brain capable of performing billions of operations per second. But reaching that level of power is neither simple nor fast. Behind every CPU, there are ultra-clean factories, atomic-scale processes, and precision that borders on the impossible. In this video, we will dive into the heart of modern technology to discover how the processor that drives the world is made. It all starts in a surprisingly simple way, with sand. Yes, the heart of a supercomputer, the processor in your phone, or the core of an advanced artificial intelligence originates from one of the most abundant materials on Earth. Quartz sand, rich in silicon dioxide, is the starting point for every CPU manufactured in the world, but not just any sand will do. An extremely pure raw material is required, with an almost perfect molecular structure. This sand undergoes an industrial process known as carbothermic reduction, where it is heated to temperatures exceeding 2000 degrees Celsius. In this extreme environment, oxygen is separated from silicon. The initial result is metallurgical silicon, which is still not pure enough to make microchips. This silicon then goes through multiple stages of chemical refining until it reaches a purity level above 99.999999%. To put it in perspective, a single misplaced atomic impurity can cause failures in thousands of transistors. Once this ultra-pure silicon is obtained, it is melted again and molded into large cylinders called ingots or boules. These cylinders can exceed a meter in length and weigh over 100 kilograms. But their true importance lies not in their size, but in their internal structure. It is a single continuous crystal, known as a monocrystal, without interruptions or defects. This uniformity is essential, as millions of components will be built upon this base, all of which must work in perfect sync. The next step is to cut these ingots into extremely thin sheets called wafers. Each one is only a fraction of a millimeter thick, but can hold hundreds of complete processes. Before any further treatment, these wafers undergo a chemical-mechanical polishing process to achieve a surface so flat and smooth that it acts like a perfect mirror. A single wafer can be worth tens of thousands of dollars, even before the circuit manufacturing process begins. Any microscopic irregularity at this stage can compromise the final performance of the chip. That's why everything happens in clean rooms, where the air is constantly filtered, and technicians wear sealed suits to avoid any kind of contamination. At this point, we are no longer working at a visible scale. The process moves into the realm of nanotechnology, and it is here that one of the most impressive phases of the entire manufacturing process begins, the creation of the processor's internal circuit. This stage is carried out using a process called lithography. Unlike traditional printing, lithography in the semiconductor industry uses extreme ultraviolet light to project microscopic patterns onto the silicon wafer. These patterns are so small that they are far below what can be observed with a conventional optical microscope. To understand the magnitude of this precision, consider this comparison. A human hair measures between 80,000 and 100,000 nanometers in thickness. Modern lithography works with structures smaller than 10 nanometers. That is, thousands of times smaller. First, the wafer is coated with a photosensitive substance called photoresist. Then, a highly complex machine projects ultraviolet light through a mask that contains the circuit design. This light chemically alters the resist, leaving an invisible pattern etched onto the surface of the silicon. After exposure, the wafer goes through chemical baths that selectively remove certain areas, revealing the design that will guide the next steps. This procedure is not performed just once. It is repeated dozens of times, layer by layer, to build the three-dimensional architecture of the processor. Each layer must be aligned with absolute precision relative to the previous ones. A shift of just 1 or 2 nanometers can render the entire chip unusable. That's why these factories are controlled by advanced artificial intelligence systems that adjust the process in real time. Only a handful of companies in the world can operate this cutting-edge technology. The machines used, made by highly specialized companies, can cost over $150 million each. It is here that silicon stops being an inert material and begins to transform into a functional system. Once the patterns are defined, it is time to modify the electrical properties of the silicon. This is achieved through a process known as doping. It involves introducing atoms of other elements, such as boron, phosphorus, or arsenic, into specific regions of the crystal in a controlled manner. This step is crucial because it allows the creation of transistors, the basic building blocks of any CPU. A transistor functions like a tiny switch that can open or close billions of times per second. By combining millions or even billions of these switches, it is possible to perform calculations, make logical decisions, and execute complex software. Doping is done using ion beams that bombard the wafer with extreme precision. Each atom must penetrate exactly to the correct depth and in the location defined by the lithography. Any mistake can lead to unstable or defective transistors. After doping, the wafer undergoes thermal treatments that lock the atoms in place and activate their electrical properties. The result is a three-dimensional network of microscopic transistors ready to operate. However, isolated transistors are useless if they are not connected. This is where metallization comes into play. In this phase, electrical interconnections are created using conductive materials like copper. These pathways allow signals to travel at high speed between the different components of the chip. A modern CPU can contain more than 20 layers of interconnections stacked on top of each other, forming a true vertical city of silicon and metal. From this point, the chip is no longer just a physical structure, it is a complete functional system. Once the circuit is built, the wafer is still not ready to hit the market. It must first go through a critical testing phase. Automated microprobes are used to electrically evaluate each chip printed on the wafer. It is checked to ensure it powers up, responds correctly, and that the transistors function as expected. Defective chips are discarded immediately. Only those that pass this initial test continue. The wafer is then carefully cut into small individual pieces called dies, each of which contains a complete processor. These individual dies are carefully moved to the packaging area, a crucial stage where the chip acquires its final shape and is prepared to integrate into real-world systems. In this phase, each processor is placed on a specialized base that serves both as mechanical support and electrical interface. Then, the connection between the silicon core and the external terminals is made using extremely fine microwires, as thin as a human hair, or through more advanced direct interconnection techniques, depending on the type of processor. Once the connections are established, the assembly is coated with high-strength plastic or ceramic materials. This packaging serves a fundamental function: to protect the chip from external factors such as humidity, dust, vibrations, and temperature changes. In high-performance processors, this stage also includes the integration of advanced thermal solutions, such as heat sinks, special metallic layers, or interfaces designed to efficiently transfer heat to external cooling systems. Keeping the temperature under control is essential to ensure the CPU's stability and longevity. With the packaging complete, the processors undergo a second round of testing, much more rigorous than the initial one. In these evaluations, their behavior under real-world conditions is analyzed. The operating speed, energy consumption, stability under sustained loads, and response to high temperatures are measured. Some chips undergo prolonged stress tests, running at their limits for hours or even days to detect any potential failures before they reach the market. The results of these tests determine the commercial classification of each CPU. Those that demonstrate superior performance and greater energy efficiency are designated for high-end ranges, while others, though perfectly functional, are assigned to more affordable models or those with reduced specifications. This process maximizes the potential of each design, offering different products from the same architecture. Finally, the approved processors are labeled with their model, serial number, and identification data. They are then packaged in controlled environments, following strict security and protection protocols. From there, they begin their journey to various destinations around the world. Some will be integrated into personal computers and laptops, others will become part of servers supporting cloud services, and many will end up in video game consoles, vehicles, medical equipment, industrial robots, or even space systems. In this way, these small components become essential pieces of the technological infrastructure that supports modern life. Each CPU is the result of an extraordinarily complex industrial process involving over 300 distinct stages of manufacturing, control, and verification. Inside, it may house more than 20 billion transistors, all functioning in a coordinated and precise manner. The astonishing thing is that such a level of complexity is concentrated in a component that weighs barely 1 gram, and measures only a few centimeters. Yet, within that tiny space, a true technological revolution occurs on a microscopic scale. The most striking thing is to remember that this entire journey begins with a material as common as sand. A simple grain of quartz, after undergoing extreme purification, molding and control processes, becomes the foundation of one of the most advanced devices created by humanity. Every computer, phone, server or intelligent system we use daily depends on this long, invisible path, where physics, chemistry, engineering and computer science combine with almost absolute precision. Behind every modern device are ultra-specialized factories, environments cleaner than a surgical room, machines that cost hundreds of millions of dollars, and highly skilled human teams. Nothing is left to chance. Every atom, every layer, and every connection has been designed, simulated, tested, and adjusted to fulfill a specific function. The margin of error is so small it is measured in nanometers, and yet the process is repeated millions of times to supply the entire world. These small digital brains not only execute instructions, they are responsible for enabling artificial intelligence, precision medicine, global communications, electric vehicles, space exploration, and much of the progress that defines our era. Though we do not see them, CPUs are present in nearly every aspect of modern life, making decisions in fractions of a second and processing amounts of information that surpass any human capacity. Now you know. You understand what lies behind that component that often goes unnoticed. You realize that what seems simple on the outside is, in reality, the result of decades of innovation and one of the most impressive achievements of modern engineering. Because in the world of technology, even the smallest thing can hold immense power and be the silent engine that drives the present and builds the future.